The first couple of questions then are 1 mark questions and they're multiple choice. So the first one is, which one of the following blood vessels carries oxygenated blood back to the heart? So if it's oxygenated blood going to the heart, we know that it must be coming from the lungs. And if it comes from the lungs, it's got to have the word pulmonary in. So therefore, it's got to be the pulmonary vein. Pulmonary because it's the lungs, vein because it's going towards the heart. Which one of the following is responsible for clotting the blood? Hopefully nice and easy now. That the answer is B, platelets. The next question, during a game of basketball, vascular shunting takes place. Describe what happens to blood flow during vascular shunting. And that's a 4 mark question. So for the first mark, we need to let the examiner know what vascular shunting is. So you might put something along the lines of vascular shunting is when blood is redistributed to active areas during exercise and less blood is distributed to inactive areas. The next 2 marks, you need to explain how this happens. So we're talking about vasodilation and vasoconstriction. So vasodilation is happens whereby the blood vessels widen in diameter to allow more blood to active areas. And if you've given examples such as the legs in the sport of basketball, then that's great. Vasoconstriction for the 3rd mark. Vasoconstriction is where blood vessels narrow in diameter to reduce blood flow to inactive areas such as the digestive system. And always try to use the digestive system as an example of an inactive area during exercise. For the 4th and final mark, there needs to be some sort of link to performance. So why is this happening? Therefore, a performer will gain enough oxygen and blood flow to produce the required energy during exercise. So there are your 4 marks. Next question, explain why platelets are important to athletes in contact sports such as boxing. So it's only 2 marks. So for the first mark, we just need to say what platelets do. So platelets are responsible for clotting blood. For that 2nd mark, we need to give an example from the sport of boxing. So you might say something like, for example, if a boxer was to cut their eye during a fight, platelets would rush to the site of the cut and start to clot that area so that they can continue fighting. So there's a reference there to performance so they can continue fighting. The final question is a 1 marker. To ensure blood flow to the working muscles, vasoconstriction occurs in some of the boxer's blood vessels. State the meaning of the term vasoconstriction. So we just need to say what vasoconstriction is. Vasoconstriction is the narrowing of blood vessels in diameter. That would be enough to gain your 1 mark.